Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the new Thiago Silva SBC card to review today, right? So we're taking a look at a card that is 6 foot tall, medium high work rates. 2-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. In regards to player traits, he does have the power header trait as well as the leadership trait. In regards to his in-game attributes, he's got 57 acceleration, 61 sprint speed, which obviously is not really ideal. I think right away you have to give him a shadow chemistry style to give him the 67 acceleration and 71 for sprint speed. But with this card, shooting not really existent, but he does have shot power. Passing abilities with this card is actually quite solid at 80 short passing, 80 long passing. There's literally attackers that don't have 80s for passing, so that's actually really cool that he does have that. Physical stats for base card stats on Thiago Silva's card looks pretty good as well because of his body type too. He's a pretty wide player, strong guy, right? So 82 strength, 76 aggression, and 90 jumping will definitely be a huge plus for this card. Now defensively, the biggest problem that this card is going to have will be pace for certain situations. When people are attacking certain spaces, it's going to be very, very tough to block those certain spaces if your players are not really well positioned, right? So that's the thing about Thiago Silva's card, is that we have to analyze whether or not his positioning on the pitch is good enough to be able to defend, moving left and right and accelerating like into the space to defend properly, right? Which is going to be a very important thing. But yeah, Shadow is the one that you have to give him. But here's the thing. If you take a look at the card on Shadow, yeah, the pace is not great, but he is a medium-high work rate player that you're most likely going to have to play on like 4 depth, 3 depth, because he's not going to be the type of player that's going to catch up to someone if someone gets past him, right? So we're going to have to analyze what he's like defensively. Excuse me. What he's like defensively, moving left and right with the other center back in the team, because the work rate saves him, the base defensive stats saves him, so he could still be a pretty usable card in the game. This is the team that we are going to be using Thiago Silva in center back position, playing in a 4-3-3 for base card stuff, but we are playing a 4-2-3-1, a 4-1-2-2, some different stuff to try him out in to see if he can be a good center back. We played one game already with him, and to be honest, he was actually performing better than I expected, right? So we'll see if the pace part will be that big of an issue for a card like him. But as you guys know, when it comes to player reviews on this channel, we like to focus on having fun with the specific player as much as possible. So yeah, let's go into a game and see how he plays. Let's see what Thiago Silva's dribbling is like here. It's a little bit rough. It's a little bit rough. You can make it work, though. It's a center back, right? So his tracking in that situation was actually quite solid. Like, the way that he was marking that one guy making that run was really nice. Well, pass right to me, but at least he's well positioned to receive it. Oh. Would have been a nice goal right there, actually. Ooh, nice little goal right there. Against a nice little Dublaze. Oh, he tracks that guy instantly. You guys see that? Oh, nice little block right there, actually. Yeah, it's like I thought before, man. I think it's his defensive stats. His base defensive stats is what's going to help him a lot in regards to him being a really, really good player, because when you don't have the pace, right, it's kind of like a midfielder playing in the midfield. If you don't have the pace, you need to have the intelligence to make up for it. Like, James Rodriguez is not a fast player, but he's intelligent enough to understand what type of space he has to occupy. He just doesn't do it very quickly, you know? Really good tackle again there as well. The manual defending kind of worked out really nicely right there, actually. Ooh, that was unlucky. That was actually a nice play right there, actually. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. With Thiago Silva's card, it's one of those things where, like, if you're trying to have fun in this game, just don't have, like, too high of a depth. You know what I'm saying? Like, four might still be a lot, to be fair. But I feel like if you have anything, like, less than 4, I think he's fine, to be honest with you guys. Ronaldo with a freaking banger of a goal. Yeah, like, his transitioning left and right isn't actually that bad. It's not bad at all. Like, look at his defensive awareness right here without me doing second man press. He holds that line really well. Look, just marking that one guy over there as well. Positions himself well to be able to receive a pass in that general area too. Let's try what his shielding is like under pressure. It's not bad, to be honest. It's okay. Great pass, obviously, because of the fact that he actually has good passing stats. In that situation right there, I kind of overcommitted a little bit too much with Thiago Silva. But he still defended quite nicely. I overcommitted way too much right there. Nice finish right there with Ronaldo. Worked the extra space. Nice little finish. We'll take that nice little ball roll touch right there. His dribbling under pressure is okay, chat. It's not bad. Alright guys, so final verdict on Thiago Silva's card. At the end of the day, with a card like Thiago Silva in your team, guys, the pace is going to be an issue. But it's strange with this card, right? Because I feel like he performed better than I thought he would. And that is because of his base card stats for defensive stats, right? Now, if you take a look at what the card looks like with a Shadow Chemistry style, which is the one that I would say would make the most sense to give. He has 67 acceleration with 71 sprint speed. Now, if you do this with Thiago Silva in your team, you have to be very careful because you may have to make your defensive tactics like a 4-4 or like a 4-3, so that way people can't really counter his pace with just fast pace, because the meta in this game in general is fast players. That's just what it is in this game, right? So I feel like at times he's going to get outpaced in really bad situations. The thing about this card to make him very fun in your team is the fact that he is a type of player that will compensate for the low pace with intelligence, right? Very similar to like James Rodriguez's inform card. You know, the pace is not necessarily up to par, but the fact that he's a very smart player on the pitch in regards to general movement on and off the ball, that is what's going to separate this card in regards to being a garbage player or a decent player, right? So for me, a card that's 12K that you would mostly do for the fun concept, because I don't know how they're going to upgrade these cards, right? Like, I don't know how often Thiago Silva is going to get inform cards this year, especially since he is through an SBC. But if you're going to be doing the card for the fun concept of having a cool Chelsea center back in your team, do the card for 12K. But at the end of the day, my dudes, you know, the 69 pace with the shadow, but the 59 pace without the shadow, it's always going to be an issue no matter what. But he does make up for it for base defensive stats. So hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.